Helldivers 2 is so much fun to play, and I'd say it's quite a simple game. Hellpod down to planets, unleash devastating firepower on alien bugs in the name of democracy and freedom, then get the hell out of there. But Helldivers 2 does have unique quirks to its gameplay, and in this video I want to share 14 quick tips and tricks that I wish I'd known sooner. Something as simple as firing your weapon in Helldivers 2 is unique because you don't actually aim where your sensor crosshair is. You see that grey circle? That is actually where your bullets are going, and you're better off looking at that while you're aiming. Of course, it will always try to return to the center crosshair, but just keep an eye on it and try to compensate for the delay. There's also a penalty to accuracy when you're moving in Helldivers 2, but you can boost your accuracy greatly by standing still and boost it further by crouching, and even further by, you guessed it, going prone. If you hold the reload button, it opens your weapon's options, and it's different for each weapon. There's options to change your fire mode, fire rate, scope range, and toggle your flashlight. If you're using a heavy machine gun stratagem, crank that fire rate up to 900 and just let it rip. And it's worth noting also, yes, you can aim down sight and swap shoulders. Holding down on the D-pad or X on PC opens up your backpack for you to drop certain equipment. Say you want to drop your supply pack for your friend to wear instead of you, or give your teammate the ammo for your recoilless rifle so that he can reload it for you. It's pretty handy. You don't have to kill everything you see. If it's not in your direct path towards an objective, point of interest, or side mission, leave it alone. If you leash a roaming pack of bugs and don't kill them fast enough, you'll start a breach and slow everyone down. You know a breach is about to start when you see one of the bugs emitting spores. This means his backup is on the way. When you die, you'll drop all of your materials and rewards that you've collected. These are shared by your whole team, so it should be a priority to make sure someone, if not you, runs over to where you died and picks up all of the materials that you dropped. There's no rush, and it's more in the map than just the main objectives. There's a reason you get 40 minutes per mission. Maximize your time by clearing out nests and exploring POIs for important rewards like samples, medals, and XP. On your map, you'll see where all of the nests are, and POIs with loot in them will have a gold beam that you can see from pretty far away. And since we're on the topic of time, it's worth noting that you can't hard fail a mission due to time running out. The emergency shuttle will still come for you to evacuate when the time runs out, but you'll lose access to your stratagems, so the call to go overtime is yours. While you're out exploring, keep an eye out for these half-buried shipping container doors. They are destructible and have loads of loot behind them. Even large amounts of super credits, which are the premium currency in the game. If you're enjoying this, consider helping us out a little by 1. Liking the video, and 2. hitting subscribe. Thank you, now back to gaming. Your most important piece of armor is your body armor, and not just for the perks that they have, but more importantly, your movement speed is attached to it. And honestly friends, use light armor. Heavy is not worth it at all. The movement speed and extra stamina on light armor is way more important than tanking 1 extra hit. Speaking of armor, in the war bonds, you should be unlocking the armor, weapons, and super credits first and foremost. You have to get the helmets and banners in time anyway to progress to the later tiers, but prioritize the gear that can affect gameplay first. This is a team game, so use your pings for quick communication. It's R1 on PS5 and Q on PC. Tap it to mark things and hold it for other communication options. You can also ping on the minimap to mark locations and set waypoints you're heading towards for easy navigation. The first thing you need to do when you land is to call in your stratagems. Be prepared before you go into a fight. There's already enough chaos while you're fighting. Don't make it harder for yourself. Use your stratagems preemptively and not reactively. Side note, you can cancel your held stratagems by swapping to your other weapons. A lot of bugs in Helldivers 2 have armor. Standard weapons will just reflect straight off them. As soon as you get to Challenger Tier 1 difficulty, you encounter these bugs with armor. The best way to deal with them is to focus a single point, usually one of their legs, with a rocket launcher to destroy the armor, and then you can mag dump with one of your other weapons into that exposed area. Stims and diving give you a little bit of super armor. When you're being overwhelmed, get that stim going and start diving. You'll be surprised how much damage you can actually take. It doesn't make you invincible, but trust me, stim, dive, you'll be fine. Here's a couple of settings that I've changed that work well for me. Depth of field isn't doing what it should be doing on PlayStation 5. It just looks terrible in Helldivers 2. Switch it off for way more clarity. Of course, increase your FOV so you can see more around you. I put my sharpness to 70. Turn down your motion blur to a minimum or turn it off completely. Set your stamina width to wide, and I toggle on remember aim mode. The last tip is for reloading. It is good practice to reload when your magazine is in the red and not when your mag is completely empty. Reloading when you're completely empty is slightly longer. It's just good information to know. Those were 14 tips for Helldivers 2. Let me know if I forgot anything and share them in the comments for other Helldivers. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.